quick little update before we begin. I wanted to let you guys know that the new Disney Cupcake glowing design is now available. It is the Do What You Love and Do What Makes You Happy with the cupcake glowing there on the back. There are also stickers, a little sticker pack of 2 that you can cut and have 2 little Disney Cupcake stickers, and there are also face masks available, and then the hoodies and the crew neck sweatshirts. They're available until October 8th, and then that's it. So if you guys would like to check them out, the link is down below, and there's also the little section where you can view them down there. Also, an extra reminder, the 12,000 subscriber giveaway winner will be announced tomorrow, so if you would still like to enter, check the link down below in the description. Hello Disney fans, my name is Hailey and welcome back to the Disney Cupcake channel. This video is stressing me out. I am so excited to share with you my rankings for the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. What I feel the best rides are. If you guys would like to see the rest of this series, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you get the notification, you can see it in your feed, and you can see all of the other Disney videos that I post every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The list that I'm going to be going through today is for only the attractions. Rides, you wait in line for, you go in, and you're physically sitting in a ride vehicle, it's moving, like Tiki Room and Hall of Presidents, like those attractions, I'm not counting on this list. Before I jump into the list, I wanted to say this was so hard because I did want to get a little bit of like my personal memories and attachment to the rides, along with what I feel is the most like technically well done ride. Like, it's so hard to account for both of those things, so this list is a mix of both of those things. I feel like if I were to just rank them based on memories or feelings, this list would be a lot different. If I were to rank them based on technical advancements, this list would be very different too. I love lots of the rides at Magic Kingdom. That's truly where a lot of the classics, OGs, that's where they're at, and literally my top 13 was the worst list ever, because how do you narrow down the top 13 that I'm about to mention? They're so good, but in the end, if I were given the list here of my top 13, and if I had to pick, which one to ride at any point in the day, this would be it. So I'm going to give my reasoning and everything. Let's start with number 21. And that is, not a surprise, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Basic spinner ride, nothing fancy about it. The views aren't that great, so 21. Number 20, the Carousel. Very cool looking, love the lights, love all the horses. I love the location of it. I don't go out of my way to ride it, though. I really don't know if I've ever really ridden it, just because a carousel is something you can do at any theme park. Number 19, the Mad Tea Party attraction. It's just basic spinner type ride. It is a classic, like photos on that ride, great. Featured in like every single commercial. It's iconic. But again, I don't go out of my way to ride it just because it's such a simple ride. Number 18, the Carousel of Progress. Now, this is a show, but it actually moves. You are in a vehicle that moves. The theater actually spins. I don't really consider this attraction personally, but since it is a moving thing, I had to put it on this list. It's a great place to go cool off. There's literally never a wait for it. It's interesting to watch, cool to see the changes in animatronics over time. It's a Walt Disney classic, it's an original, so I like it. Number 17, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know, I've never really gotten, super into Winnie the Pooh. I don't mind the ride. I feel like it just ends, really abrupt. Just, a very abrupt ending. It is a nice dark ride, nice time to get out of the rain. But again, not one that I go out of my way to ride every single time I go to Magic Kingdom. Number 16, Dumbo the Flying Elephant basic spinner ride. The views are a little bit better for this one. This is a classic, again featured in literally every single commercial, so there you go. Number 15, the Tomorrowland Speedway. I think this one will get better here in the next like year or two, just because going past like through Tron basically is going to be so cool. I personally am not the best driver on it, so that's kind of why it's a little bit low. I try and I can't. I always hit the side, but some fun views. It's a cool experience, something you can't do everywhere, but also similar to just like go-karting, kind of basic things you can do at other places. So it also smells and it's loud. Number 14, Goofy's Barnstormer, or the Barnstormer. This one I rode so many times as a kid, like it has a special place in my heart, the Barnstormer. A lot of people don't like it, but that was just me. It's a super quick roller coaster. If you're looking for like your first time roller coaster for kids or for yourself or something, it's a really fun one to do. It's nice and quick, just to make sure you like it before you jump on some crazy roller coaster. There's barely ever a wait for it just because the ride is so fast. A little bit rickety, a little bit bouncy. Seats are not comfortable at all, but it's a fun time. Okay, here we go. Number 13. This was so hard for me to do. I like hate doing this because they're all so good. I'm literally not saying what my favorite ride is because I love all 13 of these have a special place in my heart. I love all of them. I ride all 13 of these every single time I go to Magic Kingdom. I swear, like any trip we do, we ride these rides just because they are so classic. They're so good. I'm gonna stop talking because it's making me sad. Okay, here we go. Number 13, Pirates of the Caribbean. It has like the best lines, like quotable lines. The animatronics are fun. The Pirates of Water, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a great way to escape the rain, escape the heat, have a good time, chill. Number 12, Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid. This one, I personally just really like Little Mermaid, and I love the animatronics in this one are so cool. Ursula, so cool. The queue, awesome. Like all of the theming in that new Fantasyland area is very, very cool, and I just like all the songs in it, and colorful. Number 11 might be a little bit surprising. This one, once I explain why, you'll get it. Okay. Number 11, I have Astro Orbiter. Hear me out, please. Okay. For the Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom at Disney World, you actually get in an elevator and go on top of the launching pad, which is a little quick service, like restaurant type thing, like outdoor thing. You go up there. First of all, the views are fantastic. And really, the main reason why this one has like a special place for me is riding it first thing in the morning, or especially, I would highly recommend riding Astro Orbiter at night, because seeing the fireworks, seeing the lights, you can see the other parks' fireworks, you can see like Contemporary lit up beautifully. You can see so much from up there, and it is one of my favorite times. It's such a good time. Now you do feel like you're gonna fall off of the building, but that's part of the thrill, and I love it. Number 10, Peter Pan's Flight. This one just hits different, you know? It's cool to be in that flying ship, like you feel like you're floating a little bit. It is, like, it's not super advanced in the animatronics or anything, but looking down at the little city, all of, like, the glowing lights, it's just a cool experience. Number 9, I forgot to mention, we're in the top 10 now, but that literally doesn't mean anything because these are all fantastic attractions. So, number 9 is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This one is like the smoothest coaster in Magic Kingdom. I love the swaying like buckets. The animatronics are so good, although the ride is kind of short. Number 8, It's a Small World. It's the time, the lights, the characters, the colors, the song that will be stuck in your head for the rest of your life. You know, what is better than that? Number 7, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. This one, my family and I personally just love a lot. Although my one thing with this one, why it's put down so low, is because if you get in one of the ride vehicles and the actual like guns, like your little blasters, are not working, then it's the worst. The buttons on the Magic Kingdom one compared to the Disneyland one, they don't work as good, so I can never max out on it because literally the button doesn't work. Number 6, the Jungle Cruise. This one, love the jokes, the backside of water. You could quote the entire attraction and it's a good time. I've had so many good skippers on the ride, and you go to Adventureland, you just get the Jungle Cruise vibes. Now here we go, number 5. These ones were super hard because, as I mentioned before, these are rides you could ride any time of day and have a good time. And with that said, I'm gonna kind of explain why for each one. So number 5, I have the People Mover, and I know that probably sounds ridiculous, but you could get on the People Mover anytime. You just need a minute, you just ate, you don't want to get on something yet, you're waiting for a fast pass, super quick like line. It's a constant moving ride. You get a really cool shot of the castle of Tron. You get a little bit of Disney history in there. It is just a cool view looking over Tomorrowland. I really wish that I could have ridden the Disneyland version of the People Mover so many years ago. I hope maybe they get it back one day, but as far as Magic Kingdom goes, it's a good time. Number 4, Space Mountain. You could ride this any time of day and it wouldn't change. Classic, the little launch, the vehicles are so cool. Although my one thing with this one is it's a little bit more rickety, I've noticed these past 2 years. Little more bumpy than I remember it being, but I love not knowing where you're going. You're just going, and the music, so good. Number 3, Splash Mountain. This one, you can't really ride first thing in the morning, and you can't really ride it at the end of the day just because the water is freezing, and I personally don't like that, so you have to ride it during the day. The hottest time of the day, of course, is the best, but that's also whenever the wait is super long. But the thrill, the different drops, the suspense is super fun. Number 2, the Haunted Mansion. This one you can also ride any time of day, wouldn't matter, but it's easier to ride at night because your eyes are more adjusted. That's the one thing with the Haunted Mansion. I feel like I get on the ride and I cannot see anything. I know it's supposed to be dark, but my eyes can never adjust and it is super annoying. But the queue is really fun. The show, the music, the actual attraction itself, there's a lot of iconic scenes throughout it. Number 1. Now, I don't know how I feel about this one just because I like the version of this one better at Disneyland, so that's why it's hard doing this because now I can compare them to other things. But for Magic Kingdom, my number 1 is Big Thunder Mountain, and really the reasoning behind that is you can ride it any time of day. It has that thrill, it has the quotes, it's a roller coaster, it's the wildest ride in the wilderness. I don't know. Riding Big Thunder Mountain first thing in the morning or at night especially, it is just so cool looking. It has that thrill, it makes me smile, just a cool ride. I know my explanations maybe weren't the best. I would love to hear all of your lists down below, your ranking, your top rides. Like I said, it was super hard, the last 13 I went over, because they were all such good classic attractions. I love them all. I love Magic Kingdom so much, and I look forward to ranking the other parks. I will be doing Disneyland, California Adventure, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios, all of the parks that I have been to before. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this ranking, and remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!
oh.